Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm Paul with F.A.R Outdoors. Got a few things in the works, guys, that I personally am going to enjoy. I hope you enjoy it too. So further ado, let's get into it. So I went and bought me a Field and Stream shadow caster. It's 12'3" long. It was completely, well, I shouldn't say completely, but the majority of everything I needed to get on the water was on this kayak. They had built a custom out of PVC rod holder. I love it because there's 6 of them, and I also have room here on the back side to put another 5 more if needed. And you guys know how I am with all my rods and stuff. I have multiple. They're all over there on the bench. The goal is I'm going to get a trolling motor that you have already seen put on. I've taken it out for a test run already, but I've noticed with this thing, I got this idea off a guy on YouTube. He did his mount off of the back. I don't have my Scotty low profile rails in yet to be able to mount it back here where I actually want to, which is going to go right up here across this beam and one across here, and then it's going to sit right across the back of the seat. But for now, this makeshift one is working. Don't know if you noticed it, but this piece of aluminum that I have here is what they make the screened in lanais with. It's a 2x3. I contacted a local dealer here and I told him I'd purchase it. He said I didn't need to purchase it. He had some scraps laying around. He said he'd leave it out laying by the fence. I went and picked it up. What I did is if you can see inside, I ripped a piece of 2x4 down and it fits perfect in there. And it's super lightweight, so is the aluminum. So maybe this whole entire thing here weighs about maybe 3 pounds, maybe. Then I went out and bought some T-bolts off of eBay. You can get them in a big bag. And I have that bag around here somewhere. I'm just not really sure where it's at right now. So it was very, very easy to make. I made it a little bit long, as you can see there, because I believe the back of the kayak back here is a little bit wider than where it's mounted now, maybe not, and I can always cut it down. It's real easy to cut. So that's what my plan was. I just noticed on the test run when I took it out, because of it being mounted on this side, it wants to push the boat away from the trolling motor instead of straight like it needs to. So me being me, I went on ahead and watched a lot more YouTube videos, and what I learned was, and I haven't done the second test run yet, but what I learned is to counterbalance that trolling motor by putting the battery on the far side over here. Put the crate in as if the battery was resting as far over to this side as I can, and leave this side of the boat a lot less weight. That will help counterbalance it and make it run a little bit straighter from what I learned there. So I bought a lot of accessories for it that I have not put on it yet. I got the anchor by Scotty's, and the anchor will drop down through is what I'm thinking. If y'all have a better idea, let me know before I mount this thing. But I'm gonna drop it around down there, have a little comeback rope tied onto it, and then once it's there, I'm going to take some of these eyelets, maybe put a couple down through here, so where I can have it right down here where I'm sitting, and all I have to do is pull that rope. It'll bring the anchor up. And another idea for the counterbalance was to put the weight on this side, maybe on this side of the seat over here, because there's plenty of room right there, and just rest it in there. And when I'm ready to drop it, I just throw it overboard, pull the lever. I don't know if you guys have seen these or not, but it's pretty awesome. This little piece comes up when you pull the lever and allowing the anchor to run free. So I got plenty of those from Paddle Gear at Walmart. Very cheap, 6-pack. I got 2 of them. I also have the nylon cord to go with it, 50 foot. I'm hoping that's all I need. Got the sealant ready. I have a couple of shorter 1-inch rails. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, because the ones that I ordered off of Amazon I believed were the 4-inch rails. Turns out they were the 1-inch rails, so I have to purchase the 4, maybe 6-inch rails. These also I had to order separate. They have rubber gaskets in them. You drill a hole, you drop these down in the hole, you put your low profile rail on, screw these in, and what happens is this acts like a vise. The nut's on the very bottom of it, and it creates a watertight seal whenever it closes. So that's the idea, but I'm still going to go ahead and use the marine grade sealant for it. Bought a bunch of bungees to strap all that gear down, and I have more gear elsewhere. Second thing is I've been watching videos on solar power just to trickle charge the battery while you're out there, and it's also for extra. The way I'm going to wire it up is it's going to be another little box, kind of like a battery box, but what I'm going to do is mount all my switches and everything to that, and then just work all my extra GoPro batteries, Bluetooth speakers, you name it. Whatever I can put on this boat's going to go on the boat without sinking anyway. So, but guys, there you have it. I'm looking forward to getting this thing rigged up and getting it out on the water and be hands-free. That's my goal. My second thing, if that part of the trolling motor, if I find that the trolling motor mounted on the side, I can't get it to counterbalance the way that I want, to be a completely straight line, what I'm going to do, I watch multiple videos on this, is I am going to mount the trolling motor back here, and I'm going to run the head of the trolling motor, the control box up here, right up here along the side somewhere, or this side somewhere on this rail, and I'm going to mount it to where I can just operate it from here, but it'll be center transom. Now, to say that I cheated would be true. I've already pre-custom fit one that I have out of wood. I will paint it. It's not done yet. Already pre-drilled the bolt holes, and I am not going to put any holes in this back. I am going to run it to where it clamps down right here on this, like this. And there again, I watch multiple YouTube videos, got ideas from them. So you have a pretty good gap between this top plate and where this bottom plate is going to go. So when this is in here, it's going to sit just like this. And let me see if I can put this somewhere in. Yeah. All right. So then I have the 2 wood blocks. So once the bottom is on, I have the 2 wood blocks, and you can see they're cut at different angles, and the reason for that is the way this notch is cut out here at the top. I went on ahead and marked them. So what you do with these blocks, this one's the right one, is you drop the blocks down in here as such. And let me give you a better shot of it. But if you look at it, it sits level with the top of that, so I'm not putting stress on this piece right here. So once that's done, I wish I had about 5 hands right now. That's going to bolt to the top of that, and then the trolling motor will mount to that. So it's already pre-done. I just want to see, or pre-cut I should say, I just want to see if I can get it to counterbalance so I don't have to worry about this whole back thing. But if that's the case, what I'm going to do, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is, once the trolling motor's mounted, I'll come off of the side here, and I'm going to put a couple more of those eyelets, or those leads that I have up here, down the side, and I will run more bungee strap down to the foot pedals, and I'll be able to control the direction of travel back here on the trolling motor with the foot pegs. So that's gonna be fun to do, I think. But by the videos, everybody made it look easy, but knowing me, it's probably not gonna be. So anyway, guys, there you have it. I hope you're as prepared as I shouldn't say prepared. I hope you're as excited as I am about getting this thing together and getting it out on the water. All right, guys, stay tuned.